So, once again, my name is Gage Tristan, here with my guest, Grace. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi guys, I'm Grace.
Amazing intro. What is your personal experience? Are you only mental health or substance use experienced or both?
I do have mental health and substance abuse experience, but the substance abuse was minimal and not an issue.
How did you decide to go to treatment? What type of treatment
Uh,
did you go
f-
to first, and did it take multiple tries?
First I went to treatment in high school. My mother forced me, and then after a few months I quit because I just hated every minute of it. And then as an adult I returned, probably about my mid-20s, on my own.
Understandable. Going to treatment when it's forced on you is usually not a good time for anyone involved, but you know. What was your primary reason for seeking treatment? Did you have multiple reasons, or have your reasons changed over time?
See, in high school I was self-harming, so I was placed into treatment, and then later I developed a panic disorder and other things and needed to get control of it.
Understandable, shit. In your treatment, what has been your experience with medication? Like, did somebody talk with you about meds? Did you have a choice of taking anything versus not? Were you pressured at any point in recovery to take them?
First, I was informed of meds through my PCP. They gave me like Zoloft and stuff. And then after I went to treatment, I got put on some other stuff that helped quite a bit. And no, I was never pressured into meds. It was my wanting them.
Good shit, glad to hear it. Is being involved in the community important when in some form of recovery? Or if you have other support like family or friends who are aware and supportive, is that enough? Again, everyone's different and what they need is different. Just generally speaking, in your personal opinion as someone with lived experience.
I honestly don't really like being involved in like the community, like for myself, but I do support others who are. I do, however, have a huge support system when it comes to my own mental health.
Fair enough, and glad you got that support system. For those that have a negative view of any form of treatment, be it therapy, meetings, rehab itself, what would you say to someone if they told you they had to go to a mandated treatment? And this is presuming this is a person you are relatively close with or someone that trusts you enough to tell you this kind of thing.
I mean, honestly, not to be harsh, but I'd probably say, I mean, bitch, it's mandated. What do you want me to say? But honestly, though, therapy can be helpful if you're receptive to it.
Well said. Like, you got to, so you might as well make the best of it, right?
Exactly.
So, did you go to therapy? Was it by choice? Did you have more than one therapist throughout your time in recovery? Are you still in therapy? Do you feel like you'll ever finish being in therapy? Or do you think you will always be in therapy even if your frequency is low?
I've been in therapy quite a bit throughout my life. I've had several therapists. At first, like I said, it wasn't voluntary, and I hated every minute of it. But later, when I felt I needed help because I couldn't do it on my own, I started coming around to the idea of it. Lately, though, I have not participated in any sort of therapy aside from getting like my meds and stuff.
Understandable. Thank you. In treatment, did you have group therapy or group sessions? How did you feel about it at the time and now? And then, have you sought group therapy on your own?
I have never done group therapy, nor do I want to because I hate talking even to one person, so like everybody else would just no.
Completely understandable. Relapse, whether it's mental health related or substance, happens. How do you or did you react at different times in your recovery? How did you and those around you, if you had support, handle it? Like I said, Relapse happens, but how did you return to your recovery journey after that? You can be as detailed or not as you like.
I guess I don't know, relapsed, if you want to call it, like several times in my therapy journey. I've stopped attending sessions out of the blue and just suffered the consequences. My support system, though, has let me know that, like, I need to start going back because my life is spiraling.
Good that you got those support people that can be like, hey, you should consider this.
Right?
Do you think it really gets easier with time? Have you had an easier time as time has gone on, as you're more used to this stuff?
In my personal experience, it's not really ever gotten easier per se. It just becomes like the new normal and you get used to it.
Well said, yeah. What are your most utilized and or favorite coping skills?
So, with having autism mixed with ADHD, coping skills are more so like removing myself from situations that overstimulate me and cause me to like get anxious. Um, I was told in therapy to like do breathing exercises, but like that just makes me feel stupid and pisses me off. So like I don't really have any traditional coping skills, I guess you could say.
Understandable. Different skills work for different people. Like, there are certain ones that I personally hate, and other people are like, hell yeah. And I'm just like, okay, whatever works for you, bro.
Right. Even like the grounding
Mm,
coping skill, like that doesn't work. No, go away.
understandable. So, do you or did you have a sponsor? Do you or did you attend sober support meetings? If so, did you find them helpful?
I never really needed a sponsor or meetings because like substance abuse for me was like a non-issue. Like I partook in substances and then I found out I was pregnant, so I quit.
Fair. Sometimes it can be that easy. I'm glad it was.
Yes, thank goodness.
Do you discuss your mental health and or substance use issues with any of your friends or family?
With the people I'm closest to, I do. Most people that I associate with really, they don't know most, if any, of what I deal with or have. So,
That's fair enough. And then our final question, which I'm sure you're super excited about. If there was one thing you could impart to someone considering treatment, what would it be?
um, I just feel like whether you feel like you're struggling or losing control or something, treatment can be really beneficial. Um, you may feel dumb, weird, or hate talking like I do, but the first step, honestly, is being open and receptive to getting that help. Because sometimes we can't do it all on our own, and we just have to realize that and accept that we need the help.
Well
And that's
said.
basically it. I don't know.
Thank you very much for your time. And as always, remember we're in this together and life's terrible, but we're in it together, right?